What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Gmias World Podcast, and today we're going to be talking the OBJ trade and what it does for the Browns as well as what it does for the Giants. Now, I don't even know why I said that second half, because it does absolutely nothing for the Giants. We're going to talk about some of the things that, kind of made this trade happen, even though a lot of us thought it wouldn't be possible because they just re-signed him for major money last season. And for them to do all of this, it kind of doesn't make any sense. They're getting, Landon Collins is gone. Pretty much is straight rebuild mode is what I'm seeing, but we saw that for a while. The interesting thing about all of this, though, is Eli Manning. That's what really concerns me the most, because people have to be saying to themselves, it's so many stupid decisions that are being made with the New York Giants. Maybe Dave Gettleman works for the Browns secretly. I don't know what's going on, but the trade just doesn't make sense, because I will always tell you this. Yes, he does a lot of drama things, whatever like that. OBJ... he fought the net, the kicking net, all that kind of stuff. OBJ one-on-one in this league is unstoppable. Like most good wide receivers, but he's just very, very skilled at the position of wide receiver, right? So when you look at that with the fact that Baker Mayfield has his mindset, and then you have Jarvis Landry, who is slow, but he can catch anything, bro. The dude has hands like, bruh. I think he still wears Stickum. You know, like how people have that rumor that Jerry Rice wore Stickum? Jarvis Landry, by far, like that dude catches everything. And we were able to see it a little bit more because Baker Mayfield was able to squeeze the ball in into ways that, previous quarterbacks weren't able to do it for him. But we always knew that he could catch. It's just the fact that he's a slower receiver, but he's a solid receiver. So now with him, you have to respect him. Like, he's going to be able to get you that short down and distance. But OBJ brings a different aspect to the entire team. Let me explain to you what happens, right? The run game. No matter who the running back's going to be, you can't sit back and just talk about you doing man-to-man and stuff like that. Let me bring back some of these things about OBJ real quick. Let's go ahead and rewind, right? Last season when they played the Jaguars, I always talk about this, and you will find the podcast right here at Gmias World Podcast as well from that week when the Giants played the Jaguars, right? OBJ was routing Jalen Ramsey so bad, bro, that I don't even know if Jalen Ramsey knew where he was at the end of the game because he was running spirals. The problem was Eli Manning could not get him the ball accurately. That won't happen with Baker Mayfield. Okay, that just like a lot of the things that we didn't really get to see, the frustration that OBJ was going through, and everything that just entailed with the Giants season. The biggest thing about the Giants season was what? You guys know what it was. Saquon Barkley. With such a terrible offensive line, they were still able to do a lot of things, the yards of scrimmage, all that good stuff. He has a very, very bright future. The issue is, if the Giants are in rebuild mode, they don't really open up a lot of doors for Saquon to continue to be great, because you don't have to respect Eli. Listen, I understand a lot of Giant fans, a lot of people that are around the league, they all think that, this guy is the only person next to Nick Foles, which is weird. Why do all the bummy quarterbacks beat Tom Brady? That's just so weird. Like, you would never think about it. Like, 20 years from now, when we're talking about it, like Tom Brady, the greatest QB to ever live, who beat him? A guy named Eli Manning and a dude named Nick Foles. Like, two dudes that you just like, yo, I would never, ever start a franchise with either one of them, but they beat the greatest quarterback ever. So it's pretty weird. It's just weird, right? But that's what I think people are still living off of. But it's over, dude. It's over. Like, look, bro, you got to move forward. Eli Manning is not that dude. He hasn't been that dude for a while. He's not Peyton. Like, bruh, I don't know what that dude is, but I will tell you this. You can't take those Super Bowls away from him. And like I said, when I'm arguing with Giant fans, we concede to agree that Eli Manning is lucky. We at least, like, extremely lucky. Like, everybody needs a little bit of luck. No matter how skilled you are, you do need a little luck to get yourself over that hump. But this dude, Eli, dog, like, he can walk through traffic like rush hour, dog, and not get hit by a car just crossing the street while the light's green. Dude is extremely lucky. But I think that that's all over now, all right? The way that the Giants are moving, I don't know what's going on with Gettleman, bro. Like, dudes are trying to get him fired, everything like that. I understand that OBJ was a distraction. I understand that, it was issues going on with him in the locker room. He started to be a little bit more outspoken and things of that nature. But you can't give him. You just can't give him away. You can't lock him down in a contract year and then just give him away. Like, I don't understand exactly what's going on right now. But let's go to the future. Let's start talking. The Browns, Baker Mayfield, OBJ. Let's start talking, Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett. This team is being built for the Super Bowl. Like, it's not, you guys got to understand something, right? Last year, Hugh Jackson is the reason that the Browns didn't go to the playoffs. And I fully stated that early before. Like, I don't care what anybody was saying. I told everyone prior to the season starting, if you don't start Baker Mayfield, you're making a mistake. Okay, Tyrod Taylor, he's a suitable quarterback, but he's a journeyman, bro. That guy's just somebody that... Listen, I don't want to argue with anybody about Tyrod Taylor, but Baker Mayfield came into the league being better than Tyrod Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, we could argue it. We could say, yeah, but we don't know this, we don't know that. I was on the record saying it right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was obvious that Baker Mayfield demanded more respect. The team followed him better. He was just overall... he was just more of a quarterback for that franchise. All right, he's not, he's not the kind of guy that is going to be looked at as a runner as opposed to a pat. Like, he's not that Tyrod. He's just a leader. He's a guy that could get the ball down the field. He's a guy that doesn't care about what people are, saying. He's going to use it as fuel. He's a guy that challenged Hugh Jackson, with facial expressions when Hard Knocks were going on, and he brought him in to say, you won the, what did he say? He said, you won the backup position. Like, it was stupid. Everything that Hugh Jackson did, Hugh Jackson is a complete, bruh, it doesn't really matter. Let's not even get to Hugh Jackson. I got a lot of things to say about him, but that's not what it's about, because we don't know if the upper management wanted Tyrod to start and Baker Mayfield to sit, and that's why he did it. But ultimately, if you're the head coach, it's going to go to your doorstep, bro. Like, you're the reason that he didn't start. He should have been starting from the start, and that would have been it. They would have made the playoffs, and we'd have seen a whole different situation going forward. But this is what I want to point out, though, as far as Super Bowl goes. When you look at the teams and you go to the AFC North, right? Baltimore is tough. And I understand that a lot of people are going to be like, Baltimore, this, that, whatever. But if you go quarterback, Lamar Jackson, maybe in the offseason he'll get his, get some, better throwing techniques. He's able to, do a little bit more with the football other than run it. He could be very, very dangerous, because I like Lamar Jackson. But if we're being honest about it, as a quarterback, Baker Mayfield is the better quarterback. So when you're starting to bet teams, and then they lost Suggs, they lost Mosley, they lost a lot of pieces with the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens are going to be the same, unfortunately, for the Raven fans, right? But just think about it like this, though. Like, pay attention to this part. Analyze this. The Browns, even though he didn't, what was it, like he came in like the fourth game or something like that, right? Baker Mayfield. He's coming in fresh with a full offseason where OBJ is traded this early, where they're going to probably meet up and start throwing passes and doing stuff like that. They're going to start getting some kind of repertoire together and stuff like that. That is going to be some major issues for all defenses in the league. Now, the Patriots are going to be the only issue, but guess what? They're not in their division, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, when you look at it like that, and then the Steelers losing AB, people are going to start to realize right now that overnight the Browns went from a team that was like, an average, like they went from a really, really bad team to getting Baker Mayfield to be put on the map to now being a team that you got to worry about. Like, when you see the Browns on your schedule now, it's not like, oh yeah, let me go out tonight, go to the strip club, we're going to take it. No, it's bro, you're going there to get whipped now. Now you're going there, you got to be like, all right, what are we doing here, dog? Like, do we got a game plan? What's going on? Like, somebody's taking an L in their file. Like, it's going to be really, really wild, the things that are going to be transpiring with the Browns. So I wouldn't be surprised if they win their division. Like I said, it's going to be between, like, I got to see how it really works out. I got to take a look at some of the other trades that are going on within the division and everything like that. But the Steelers, when it comes to the North, it's going to be between the Browns and the Steelers. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with Juju Smith. I got to see exactly what, really transpires with that, because him, AB not being there, like we all know they're going to be double teaming and triple teaming Juju if they need to. I got to look at that roster, see what's going on, see if Ben Roethlisberger even feels like playing the season. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, that dude is always talking about retirement when things get crazy. So I don't know what might happen with him. But looking at it on the surface right now, this team is dangerous. And they're dangerous enough that if they stay healthy, they could be in the championship game and putting in work. And the thing that I like about them, like, Denzel Ward, he had an unbelievable rookie season. They're strong up front, so they could create pressure, and their secondary can make plays, bro. And they're still trying to do things like get Earl Thomas III. Like, it's a lot of weird things going on. But ultimately, like I said, OBJ changes the future for two franchises. It makes us know that the Giants are in absolute rebuild mode, and it also lets us know that the Browns are here to make some noise, because you are going to have to change up every formula that you had when you look at the Browns on your schedule from this point going forward. And again, they're not done yet. I might be on here tomorrow to talk about another trade that they did, because they're not playing no games. But that's yet to come. Congratulations to the Browns on signing OBJ, man. At least I know that they're going to the playoffs. Leave your comments. One love.